first draft by Christmas, so we'll see. But it's weird
Looking
because
forward to reading it.
Yeah, thank you. But me too. I'm going into the past, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and that happened, and this happened, and now I need to go and speak to that person or speak to my brother and go, what did I? Because I was drunk a lot of the time, so I don't really remember a lot of it.
What actually happened?
Yeah. So, and again, like what we were saying with the podcast, if one person reads it and gets affected by it, or it helps them, then I've done my job, and that's it. But if it becomes like Harry Potter, big seller, then happy days also. Yeah. But I don't know why I compared it to Harry Potter. It's really not in the same.
What happened there?
It's really not the same genre at all.
I've never read Harry Potter. You've seen the films.
Yeah, my.
But it is an autobiography, isn't it? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was comparing it, because it's an autobiography. There was a guy called Harry Potter who was a wizard. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds legit. I think so.
Yeah, totally legit. Yeah.
I've not read it, so
I've never read them either. I've watched the films, but it's weird. My stepdaughter, she's 9, and she's got loads of Harry Potter paraphernalia around the house. Like, we were in a charity shop a few weeks ago, and she wanted the wand, and there was a cloak, and it wasn't Harry Potter official, but she was like, So we got home, and I was like, right, when are we going to watch all the Harry Potters again? Because I haven't seen them in years. And she was like, oh no, they're too scary. I was like, so she loves all this Harry Potter stuff, but she's never seen them or read them. Like, she just loves the brand, the vibe of it. Yeah,
I just took my youngest son through all of them. He's 11 now, so now he was brave enough to go through them. But
I mean, maybe 9 is too young. It probably is. I just didn't think. I'm like, whatever. I was watching all sorts of stuff at 9. What are you talking about?
Yeah, me too.
The Lost Boys and Fright
But we
Night
also didn't have the toys.
No,
because there was only one.
We had the toys as well. I think about like Ghostbusters, the film, which is quite scary, but it also came out with all the toys and stuff.
But it was also fun. I mean, they had the comic thing in it, and those were the days.
I mean, we had toys back in the day. What do you mean?
We did, like, based on horror films.
Oh, but based on horror films, there probably was like.
Well, there was.
Would you call Harry Potter a horror film? I wouldn't call it.
Again, I've not seen it. I just heard it was an autobiographical story right now.
It's really not. I wouldn't say it's a horror film. Yeah.
No, it's not a horror film, but it has scary bits. It does, For a child with a big imagination, it can be
a bit overwhelming.
It can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there toys for the Lord of the Rings? Is there toys for the Lord of the Rings? Because that's
there are a lot. Yeah.
Lego, I hear, is a big thing for that as well.
Oh yeah, Lego's everywhere. It's all over it.
Yeah, we have all the Marvel Lego for Toby. He loves the Marvel. Yeah. But Lego is creative, isn't it?
It is. But I had a question though.
Oh, sorry.
We moved the part. We're not official with the question.
I'm so sorry.
We've only written one question.
No, I just love the dynamic between you two. It's great.
Well, the thing is, she says I'm too serious, and then when I try and get serious, you're joking too much. And then when I'm joking, then she has a serious question usually. But do you have a name picked out for the autobiography?
Oh. Now you're. Well, I changed it the other day.
You might not want to actually release it, but I just want to know if the name is already fixed. You don't have to say what it is if you don't want to. But have you already got one picked out?
I've got a working title, if I can give you that.
If you want to, if you're comfortable with that.
I am. Yeah, absolutely. As I say, I'm not gonna no holds barred. So it's called 40 Notes from My Sober Level.
Wow.
So my sober level. What you find out in the book is when I was at my worst of drinking in the morning, I would have to go up to the shop if I didn't have anything stashed away in the house, and I would have to drink at least like 500 ml of vodka before I could do anything. And like, if you came to me and saw me once I'd had that, I would be okay. I'd be talking like I am now. And you unless you could smell me, you'd probably be like, you probably wouldn't think I'd had a drink. But before that, I would have been absolutely shit, like not able to do anything, probably shaking, like but once I'd got that in me, then I could do things like have a wash, have something to eat, clean the house, do these things, So that was what I called my sober level, because even though I wasn't sober, I
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
sober and I could do my daily thing. So, and 40
Wow.
was the year I got sober. So, yeah, was the age I got sober. So 40 notes from the sober level. It's a working title. We might.
I like
I
it.
like it. I often
Thank you.
think-
I think, are you going to do an audio? Because you were talking about you've done everything with voice memos, so you maybe already have the audiobook ready. But the idea was you may do it because I think you've got a great voice both for podcasts and to do audio.
Oh, here comes the compliments.
Well, I was
Yeah.
actually going to pitch myself for doing the audiobook, but I don't think I'd be like,
Well,
if you haven't got anyone to do it.
Yeah,
you
I
know
could
what's-
also.
Do you know what's interesting? Like, I think I would. Can you do a Scottish accent? Although I have heard that you do a really good Billy Connolly impression.
I do quite a good Billy Connolly, but I don't like to do it. I don't want to make fun of the Glaswegian people, you know. But it's lovely there. It's a bit greasy too. It's lovely.
That's really good. I love the rasp that you've got, man. That's honestly.
We really
mate,
do
that-
like a
that is
50,000 word and growing book with that accent. My throat will
With
be
it.
wrecked.
Yeah, that's true. No, but I've heard someone who wrote their own book, and I don't think it was autobiographical. It might have been. Anyway, they had to audition to get the job to do the voice,
Oh,
What?
yeah.
and they didn't get it.
Oh, no. Well, who was the auditioning against? Like Stephen
I
Fry?
can't even remember who
Like,
it
oh, we'll go
was.
for Stephen for this one. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, your book's very
like,
interesting.
He's got more experience. It's like it's my fucking life. Like, what are you talking about? So, but the thing is, so if like, say for instance, I get published and I don't self-publish or whatever, and then they're like, right, we're going to do an Audible book. You have to, because I'll be like, well, so if I said no, I'm not going to do the Audible version. You're going to get someone else to do it. I'm like, you're going to pay them, right? So are you going to pay me?
Yeah,
And they
right.
might be like, yeah, of course we're going to pay you. So I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll do it then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. I mean, I listen to all my books on Audible. So yeah, I'll definitely do an audio version. But apparently, it takes ages to be in the studio for, well, however long the book is. But it takes longer because you're like, they have directors and all sorts of stuff, don't they?
Oh, it's a huge, big business now.
Yeah, they're like, no, more emotion in that last
Yeah.
paragraph, more
Like,
emotion. I want you
I'm
to say
talking
that.
about my life here. There's a lot of emotions here. I promise.
I don't think you're getting the actual scene here, Jimmy. I was like, I fucking lived it. What are you talking about?
How did you even know? Were you there?
Yeah, I mean, I might not remember it as well, but I might have been in a blackout, but I was there, you know. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get the job.
They're gonna be in a couple of years. They're gonna be like, yeah, we have it on film.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd love to be in the film of it, but I'll probably be too old by then to do a younger Jimmy in the film adaptation. Yeah. Yeah.
Just start
So-
auditioning actors now.
Yeah.
Like, there's this book coming out, which is going to be an audiobook and going to be a film. That's like, I'm trying to find people.
You do. That's where they have to sign up to everything. They have to get the rights, don't they? From the minute it's, yeah. So I don't know. I might just self-publish it. It might be easier. Apparently, you get more money. Not that it's all about the money, but
Yeah, you do.
you know, if you go to an actual publisher, they take a huge cut
Oh, yeah.
of it.
Of course they
And
do.
if you self-publish, you're getting the majority of that yourself. So,
Yeah.
but then I don't really have marketing tools and things at my
But you
disposal,
didn't
like-
really have a podcast before either.
Exactly.
So
That's
I mean,
true.
you're gonna
That is
work it
true.
out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
And
everything-
going back to podcast, I was going to say this earlier. Like somebody told me years ago, like just be prolific with everything you do. And I think a lot of people get disheartened because their first couple of episodes don't go stratospheric. You know, they might get like 40 listens or 20 listens or whatever, but then they think, this is crap. Like what? And it's like, and I googled it straight away because I was like, well, is this good? Am I getting 20? And they were like, do not compare your listenership to likes or things on Google or sorry, Facebook or Instagram. It's completely different kettle of fish,
Yeah.
and it takes a long time to build up. So I did look at my stats a lot at the beginning, but then I just kind of was like, they were slowly growing, but I was like, Jen was getting bored of me saying, it's gone up one number.
Yeah, exactly.
So like what I will say, like I'm still completely small fry, you know what I mean? But I think if you're expecting to get numbers like Louis Theroux or Adam Buxton or any of these big podcasts, you know, like any of the This Is Football or This Is Politics, you're not going to get those numbers straight away. You might do, eventually down the line. But what you got to do is just keep doing it, and that's what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I'm definitely getting more numbers now than when I started 18 months ago. But
and also remember why you're doing
exactly.
it. Like,
enjoy the process.
Yeah, it's a creative juice thing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But
and when I
really
talk about numbers, it's not because I'm like, I want loads of listeners. It's because I want loads of listeners for people to hear what these people are talking about in the recovery world, and so it's going to help them, and then share it. And do you know what I mean? Because that's what this is about. It's not just. I mean, I don't even know if I would call it entertainment. I know it is, but it's not, because it's people come out on a Monday and they're maybe going to work and they're feeling like shit and they've been drinking again at the weekend and they're on their way to work and they put on a podcast. They expect to see mine on a Monday morning because that's what maybe gets them through that first Monday. And if that's only like 2 or 3 people that are doing that, good. I'm helping those 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, and you're inspiring people, and that's the thing. But what I also was what I really want to know is like, how is your creative process? Like, how does it start? Do you have like a creative spark, or do you have like, you told me a lot, or us now, about the writing? You have like time set off, like this is when I write, or how does it work? Like, how is your creative process?
I don't know.
No.
No, I mean, I don't honestly know, because it's different with a lot of things. Like, say for instance, when I was wanting to go out and take pictures of my banalography, I would go and I would drive along the island, and I would maybe go to a place that I'd never been before and just wander around for like an hour or two. And I maybe wouldn't even take pictures that day, but I'd be looking at things and I'd be looking at lighting and all of these things. And then I'd come back another day when the lighting was good, or I would literally just be driving my car home from work on a horrible rainy day, and I would just like slam on the brakes and go and take a picture. So that was kind of, there was 2 types of way that I would do. Some was very contrived's not the word, but like more
like instant.
Yeah, there was the instant, but then there was stuff that was more thought process, and it was like, right, I really want this picture, but the lighting has to be right, or the shadows have to be right, because it wouldn't have worked otherwise. For the podcast was just something that I'd always wanted to do. And then, as I say, that Christmas, it was like, right, I'm giving myself a deadline. I want to start it in January. I've got a name now. For me, a lot of the things are names. Do you know what I mean? Once I've got a name, then I'm like, I'm up and running. Whereas with photography, I used to love coming up with the names, the what do they call it? The nomenclature, to like kind of the name of the caption under your photo. So I enjoyed doing that. There was quite a lot of funniness in some of those things. I can't, and don't ask me because I can't even remember some of them now. But it was fun to do, because I'd take the picture and then I'd be like, oh, I could say this about it and call it this. And yeah, so I like the whole contrasting names to things. So that's why the book title, as I say, was a work in progress, but it's a working title, because I couldn't just have a book untitled. That would be like, I don't know what I'm writing,
Yeah.
But some people are like, oh, I need to finish the book and then I'll know what it's called. But I'm like, actually, so I did like 3 chapters today, but just the bare bones. So I'm just doing the memo thing, and I put them on the computer today, and then I'm like, right, I love coming up with chapter names. Do you know what I mean? So one of them is called South of the Border, so I think you know what that's about. Moved to England, so yeah. But I just, it's all part of the creative process, and the writing that's kind of taken over my life at the moment. That's the new baby. So the podcast doing its thing. I'm going to start actively promoting the sober coaching. That's good, but again, that's just kind of in the background. I mean, the next week I might have 5 clients, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I need to put the book on hold. But at the moment, that's the main focus, because I've said I want to get. I think I was set myself a guide of about 400 words, just writing, not like editing or anything like that. Just 400 words a day typing. But now that I'm doing this memo thing, I'm actually doing it a lot quicker. So I've still given myself till Christmas to get it first draft finished, and then I can go back and edit and be a bit more creative with it and all of that. But as long as I've got the story down, then I can start chopping and changing, because like not everyone's going to want to hear every aspect of my life. Do you know what I mean?
Or do they?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to obviously give it to people to have a proofread and say, is this necessary? Because and I think that's the thing with this world we live in. Everybody wants things like quick, snappy.
Yeah.
You know, all TV and reels. Oh, if your reel's over 20 seconds long, that's too long. People are going to skip. And I've googled it, and I'm like, what's the right length of a book for a memoir for a first-time publisher? And they're like, I think it's about 80 to 90,000 words. So I'm kind of getting up there. I think this is going to go like way to 150 by the time I'm finished. So I'm going to have to chop a lot.
Yeah.
Or I'll just be arrogant and go, "Fuck you, I'm going to put it out," and then it won't. And
This
then
is
it won't
my
sell.
book. I do what I want.
Yeah, and then it won't
You
sell, and they'll be like,
story to cut down words.
"We told you." I'll be like, "Well, can I split it into two?" And they'll be like, "Why would you do like part one when nobody knows who the fuck you are?" They'll get to the end of the book and they'll be like, "Well, that
But
was
they're
dull."
really gonna want to read part two.
You could be incredibly avant-garde and publish part 2 first.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, if you want me to publish part 1, I have to have at least 100,000 sales.
You might have the ticket there. Maybe I'll just release part 2 and then
Just
never
do that.
release part 1.
I think you should do that.
Just do part 2.
What
And they'll be
marketing
like,
stunt that would be.
This is what happened later.
It's like part 2,
just all the
we only
roses.
release part 1.
So it starts with, and then I got sober, and then it's just
And
like, what? Like, where's the carnage? What's happened
I think
here?
you should do that.
Yeah.
I'd have a question before. No, I remember what it was now. You were talking about the reels and cutting them down there, but that's also like another part. It's linked to the podcast and your online presence, but you're still creating another persona in those, doing recording in your car and things. Is that like symbolic of you? Because you talked about as well in your drinking days, drinking in the car or avoiding going places and stuff. But is it symbolic that you're there doing the videos sober and talking about?
I mean, yes and no. So when I started doing the YouTubes like years ago, when I was like, so I was still living at my parents' house, and I would be doing YouTubes in their spare bedroom where I was living. And I remember I was doing one and it was really good. And then my mum was like, "What do you want for tea?" or something like that. And I was like, "Oh man," like, and it's like recording it, and I'm like, I don't want to edit it. So then what I did was I started going out in my car, and actually, because I didn't have any recording equipment, I was just literally using the camera and the mic on the laptop, so it was crap. But when I went out in the car, the acoustics on my phone and the camera on my phone was much better. So I started doing it that way. But actually, you're right. It was very reminiscent of when I used to go drinking in my car and just kind of sat there. So it was kind of, but also the weather shit over here.
I thought there was a deeper meaning of it. Was it not intentional?
No, not at all. No, it was just
Oh,
it was
it's
all
purely
in your
like.
head.
Oh, I thought it
I mean,
was. I thought it's like
I
now
wish I
it's
could
the
say
new
to
me.
you, but obviously I'm doing this new life of integrity, so I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just purely acoustics, and also I started doing it in like February, so the weather was shit. So, but I actually tried to get out of the car a lot more. Like I'm bored of doing them in the car. So if it's nice, like today I did one, and I was at my customer's house, and I was like, they've got a beautiful garden, so I was like wandering up their little field and doing a video because, yeah, I find I feel constricted in the car now. And maybe that's from my drinking days of being drinking in the car.
Or maybe it is just you're growing into something else, and
Yeah.
your growth has to take space.
Absolutely. And I think it's more, I don't know, I think it's more exciting to be outside and things like that and have a little bit of something different in the background rather than my magic trees hanging in the car. I don't know. But
Well, it could be, I mean, if we talk about social media and growth and things, people like, or the algorithm tells us people like familiarity, so they could see, okay, so and the same background with the same car. Familiarity usually breeds views for some reason, but maybe it should be different. Maybe creativity should breed views as well.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
think. But maybe I am doing it all wrong. I mean, I there's some people I know that have gone stratospheric on Instagram, and I'm still like, oh, I'm not the same as them. Why is my algorithm not working?
Exactly.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I need to keep the consistency of being in the car.
But again, there's also like what norm do we want to feed?
Yeah, and
Like,
what is your journey as well in this? That's the thing, is that you've got to be genuine and true to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think being out and being in the nature and being in the gardens, that's where you want to be.
yeah, because that sends a different frequency, and that kind of magnetic thing is for maybe other people. or more people.
Yeah. And I think, you know, I'm like you. I don't want to bow down to the algorithm and do what, you know, like, oh, keep my reels to under 20 seconds. Like, you've got to keep it to a level where it's not like putting out 5-minute reels because, you know, that's something different. That's like, go and watch that on YouTube. But if I'm talking about something and it ends up being a 2-minute long reel, I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to put it out there, you know, and it might only get 20 likes or 20 views, but I put it out there, you know. And as I say, if it helps one person, that's all I'm doing it for. That's all I've ever done this for, you know. Like, the recovery stuff has always just been to help the other people and to do what was done for me. Because the problem with, and I hate the word alcoholic or alcoholism, but the whole ethos behind that is, you know, it's anonymous. You know, Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like, you should be ashamed of this. We don't want to say your name. We want to hide it from hide it in the shadows. As soon as I got sober, I was like, fuck that. I'm going to shout this from the rooftops, because I didn't realize quite how bad I was until I was in it. And then I was like, there's so many other people out there that are struggling. They don't know a way out, you know?
Yeah. It is a norm in society that you should use or be addicted to something, anything. And there's a lot of things to be addicted to. But the thing is, if you talk about it, you shed a light on it and you can actually heal from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
absolutely.
that's what the norm is afraid of.
The norm hates it, and it's the only drug, even though it's one of the most addictive and it's one of the most deadly. It's the only drug that you have to justify not taking.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like you
so
say to
strange.
people, I quit heroin. I don't take heroin anymore. I've never done heroin. But they're like, oh, well done, good for you. I quit smoking. Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
Like, how long?
I don't eat candy. Good.
Yeah. I give up gambling. Good for you. Well done. Like, I gave up drinking. Why?
Yeah. Why
Why
would
you
do
that? Why don't you just have one?
The one I'm hearing recently is like, oh, but the World Cup's on. You're not gonna have some, you know, beers from England. Well, non-alcoholic beers maybe, but now I'm not gonna just change my philosophy now just because the football is on.
Well, but a lot of people do, and it's like, this is the thing. What I find because I was a peer mentor for our addiction charity, Motivate, over here, and the thing we found, a lot of people that are maybe not as bad as I was, but their problem is the peer pressure. So they know that they want to give it up and they want to, you know, stop it for a long time or for good. But as soon as they're out with their friends and they're like, oh, go on, just have one, or the football's on, or it's a wedding, or there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something in our society that revolves around alcohol. Like, going to the freaking cinema now, you can have a beer. Which I used to, and then I'd be like, well, I've had 4, and now I need to go for a pee, and I'm going to miss half the film. So, yeah. But it's a sad world. But I think more and more people are kind of wisening up to it and getting a bit more knowledge, because I didn't know it was a carcinogen. I didn't know any of that until I quit, and I was like, oh shit, they don't tell you that, do they? You know? And most people, I think, even though you tell them, they're like, yeah, but it's not really, is it? It's not really, is it? And I'm like, no, it is. It's really bad for you, but you want to believe what you want to believe because your neural pathways have been forged into this mindset of, and for a long time.
Hundreds of years to be something completely different than what it actually is. It's now part of our society, a part of a lot.
People can't imagine life without it, and that's the dangerous
and
thing.
also like being wrong, like that would mean I would have done it wrong this whole time. That's also something that people have a hard time doing. That's why change in anything is hard, because that would mean I have to realize and also take accountability for doing things that are not good.
Absolutely. It's a tough one, but I think we're going to see a big change in the next 5, 10, 15 years. I don't think it's going to be. I think by the time we get to 2030, it'll be going the same way as smoking. You know, I think people will be starting to because people are getting healthier. They're going vegan. They're going to the gym. They're hiking a lot. People are doing outdoor stuff. They're really taking care of themselves a lot more than, you know, what we used to. And I think that's a great thing. And I think more and more people will just be like, so why am I still drinking this carcinogenic poison that turns me into a bit of a weird dickhead?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
but the more and more people that start choosing it, just as like I had to do it, I had to stop it. But more and more people like you know yourself, Marcus, that are just like, I just want to be healthier. I just want to have a better way of life, and I don't really like that thing anymore. So it's better to just, you know, I think more and more people are doing it quietly, and they're doing it in the shadows, and they're like, yeah, I'll just have an alcoholic-free beer. I've got a run tomorrow, or I'm driving tonight, or I want to do something with my weekend rather than sitting in bed and ordering McDonald's from Uber, you know?
And also sometimes, like when you start healing, you also see how you're not only affecting yourself, you're also affecting the people around you in different ways. Like you're excusing yourself first, and then you start excusing bad behavior towards others. So you just move your boundaries of being, like you said, a dickhead or uh, mean or not considerate.
Yeah, yeah, because our inhibitions are down, and we just like, you know, well, I used to push the fuck it button, excuse my language. So can I swear on here? I think I have been already.
It's
anyway.
okay.
But that's what I
Clara
used to
was
do because,
worse.
yeah, like I would just do that, and then I would be like, oh, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'll just have another one, and then that became like a mad bender or whatever. So yeah, and I think that's the problem. Like the thing, I don't know what it says in Sweden, but over here, the bottles say drink responsibly, and that's really creative if we're going back to that, because big alcohol has put a word on, or a couple of words on a bottle. The nature of the thing that you're asking a person to be responsible about makes people irresponsible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how can I be responsible if you give me something that's making me irresponsible? And they're just sitting there going,
yeah,
this is super good. Yeah.
Yeah, and watch the money coming in. And I heard something the other day actually that said, it was Sarah Rusbatch's book Beyond Booze. She's on the podcast in a few weeks actually. She's a great author. She's English, but she lives in Australia now. And she said, and this is fact, if the alcohol company, if we all started drinking to the safety guidelines that, you know, the governments tell us to, you know, like, I don't know, what is it, like 3 units a week or something ridiculous, the alcohol companies would go bust, because they wouldn't be able to sustain that drop in. So if we all did what we were supposed to do, the alcohol companies wouldn't sustain it. They wouldn't be able to survive. And it's mad. So they're just happy the fact that no one is drinking to the safe amount. And even that safe amount is a lie anyway.
It is very much so. Do you know what they do in Sweden, though? Do you know what the alcohol situation here is? It's like if you want to buy anything that's over 5% alcohol, it's like a state-run institution which sells it, called Systembolaget. And their idea is also very much like this drink responsibly idea. It's kind of like a flagship saying, this is safer, we're thinking about your safety. But in reality, it's the opposite. So they are closed every Sunday, so you can't buy on Sundays. And before, when it's holiday days, like we had Midsummer just now and Easter,
it's also closed.
It's also closed then. And their idea is definitely like a flag saying it's safer because we're having closed. But the reality of it is people then stock up and buy too much because they know it's closed. And they don't advertise, they don't have sales or whichever. So it's all like state regulated. So it has a sort of idea, this is safer or better for you. We have your best interests. But of how people do things are that they buy far too much over their capacity. And when they're already drunk, let's say they've got this drink responsibly level, when they've already got there and they've gone past that, then they'll keep drinking and they'll drink all that they have. And the time for Midsummer is really well known in Sweden, for that's the time when people drink far too much and they get in fights. You'll confront your neighbor with a thing that's been annoying you the whole week. You'll go for a swim in a lake when you're way out of your
swimming capacity.
Because they've drank more than they would have done had it been open on every single day.
Because they're like, we don't know, if we'd run out, we have to buy an extra whole box of wine. And it's commonplace.
But what they're also saying is that we're going to regulate. So you should not be able to buy however much you want, but you can.
You can.
Yeah.
Well, of course, there's always ways around that. But what they did over here a few years ago, so I was still a smoker then, and I smoked like tobacco, like rolling tobacco. And I used to be able to go and get, I think the smallest you could get back in the day was like 10 grams. So it was like £5, you know, and I think you got some papers and a lighter in that little box for £5, and it was great. I was a student. It was like, that'll do me, you know, for like a week. What they brought in recently was, so you could only buy the minimum of 30 grams. And they said this is to stop people smoking, but it's not. People are just buying more and smoking more. Like if I had my small 10 grams, I knew that would last me a week. But if I then had to buy 30 grams thinking, well, that's going to last me 3 weeks, would it bugger me? It would last me a week.
There's lots of things like that as well. And like another thing, they also encourage you in the system lager shops that, like, if you have the receipts and everything, you can bring your stuff back as well if you don't drink it. But I don't know. They haven't released the statistics of it. Of course, it's like state owned. I don't think there's many people who bring back anything.
I would be surprised.
No, they're creating a system. It's ironic because it's called system, but they're creating a system whereby they're pretending they're a nanny state helping you, but in fact they're creating a framework for you to drink even more. And
well, it's all about money, isn't it? It's all about money,
and
they're not caring. It's mad. I mean, I think that's the key element here is that a lot of other countries like Canada and places have started putting warnings on the bottles. Like, you know, I don't think they've gone as far as photographs like the cigarette packets, but they will eventually, you know, because it's linked to over 200 different diseases. This is alcohol, 7 types of cancer, and that's not even talking about like the car accidents, the domestic violence that includes like murders,
the dementia,
the suicides. That, you know, like, I know suicide is a huge issue in the UK and the Isle of Man, but like if you took alcohol out of that equation, like, okay, there's maybe still depression, but I think a lot of people will take alcohol and drugs before they do the final act, and that's you know, if that wasn't there, then maybe they'd be able to get help. So it encompasses so many different things that it's just causing issues. And since getting sober and learning all about it, and I don't want to be preachy and judgy and all that with people, but I'm just like, people need to open their eyes a little bit more and do their own research, because it's not doing you any favors at all, and it makes you into dickhead. It did me anyway. Yeah,
it makes us a lot of it. I mean, I've had not some of my best times either, but I think you and I, Jimmy, are going to have a talk on your podcast. Sometime
absolutely.
In the future.
Sometime. Let's. Not that I don't trust you getting to a year, but I think we said like a year, and then
we did, didn't we? I think a year. Yeah. So I've got 6th of October, 2026 will be a year.
Not that we're counting, but we are
counting the days.
But we could get you on before that. Like, let's do it maybe like late September. And then, what is the 6th of October? Is that 6th
of October? Is the date when it was 2025 where I decided I've had enough of this.
Yeah, but I'm just looking to see. Oh, it's a Tuesday. My episode's dropping on Monday. We could drop it on the Monday. We could drop it on Tuesday. It's not a problem. Yeah, it's good.
So, maybe as you said, record it like maybe after the fact, after the 1 year. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Further down the line, I think.
Nice.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we're getting to the end of our podcast. We're talking for over an hour.
Yes.
Wait, an hour and time.
Is that an hour and 37 minutes?
Okay, let's get to the
juicy
links.
Okay, so Jimmy, what juicy links do you have?
What juicy links do I have? So my Instagram is at recovery_Jimmy. The podcast is on all your favorite preferred podcast platforms, including YouTube it's just search for After Hours with Jimmy Thistle. My recovery sober coaching is thistlefreedomcoaching.com. That's the website. There is one for After Hours with JimmyThistle.com, but I haven't spent my time on that one yet. So it's there, but it needs work. Do you know what I mean?
And then we have the photograph website where you
so that's Jimmy Thistle Photo at I think it's at Jimmy Thistle Photo on Instagram as well. Yeah, and I think the website for that is jimmythistlephoto.com. Yeah, I'll double check that, but yeah, I think that's it. So I've got them coming out of my ears. Yeah.
Yeah,
I need
that's
to check
wonderful.
up on them.
What are
But yeah, the
links?
website one for the photography, you can go on there and order prints and things like that. As I say, if you know from the episode, I haven't really done a lot of photography recently, but maybe once the book's done, that'll be me to get back out and do some more photography, you know, because I think with my creativity, it comes in kind of peaks and troughs. You know, I'm all for one thing, but I don't forget about the others. I'm not like, well, I'm bored of that now. I just don't do it for a time because I'm not inspired. And I think if you're not inspired to do art and creativity, then don't force it, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And our YouTube links are...
Well, you'll find our website at www.creativejuices.se.
And then we are on Spotify and on YouTube.
Are you sure we're on Spotify?
I am sure, still.
Should I get a subscription to Spotify?
Yeah, you should.
Well, if you haven't got the Spotify, we have YouTube. You can find us on that and on our Instagram.
Yes.
Okay. We've been Creative
TikTok,
Juices.
are you guys not on TikTok? I'm on TikTok, actually.
We're not on TikTok. We haven't
TikTok.
TikTok yet. Is that some sort of clock or what's a TikTok?
Do you have to do these dances or what's happening?
The clock behind me. That's
Oh, you're on the TikTok. You're in front of the TikTok.
My head is in front of the TikTok. Yeah. No, I didn't want to go on it for ages, but I think it's just after. It's just at recovery_Jimmy as well. So yeah.
So for the youngsters that are on TikTok, there you go.
Well, me, I'm what, 24. So
yeah, you're 24. Yeah,
24.
we know.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking time with us.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Loved getting to meet you both and having a chat, and it doesn't feel like an hour and 40 minutes, guys. That's flown by. Sorry if I've just been rambling and you're going to edit it down to like 40 minutes, but yeah, I'll understand.
No, it's really good.